Oh my God, I read a book and I have to tell you about it. This is The Hushed, written by K.R. Blair, and that sums it up for me, but let me sum it up for you. Most people here know I am currently going through the worst year of my life, and reading has been such a labor. It's so difficult for me to sit down and shut my brain off long enough to read, and reading is my escape. So it's made this year even harder that I haven't had a really good story to just dive into until now. Okay, so I'm only gonna tell you a little bit because I don't want to give anything away because it is that good. But essentially, our story focuses on the main character named Eerie. Eerie is a hushed. She looks like a human, she goes to college, she has a job, she acts like a human, she feels like a human, but she is not human. She is called a hushed. And my favorite thing about this book is, listen, I love fantasy. It's one of my favorite genres. I love reading about fae and witches and vampires and all of that. But the coolest thing about this is that the author completely came up with the hushed on her own. It does not come from sourced material. I was talking with a friend last night and she was like, yeah, so many like fantasy stuff comes from mythology or something like that. No, this came straight from her brain and I just think it is brilliant. Okay, Katie, focus. So the hushed, when they come to be born, if you will, they are born with a secret and their entire life's purpose is to tell that secret to a specific person. It's called their wounded. They carry these really heavy, important secrets that could change people's lives, ruin people's lives. And their entire purpose is to tell that secret. But when they tell their secret, they drop dead. That's it, their purpose is over. So as soon as a hushed utters their secret to the person they're supposed to tell it to, they die. And obviously these creatures don't want to die, so a lot of the story is them fighting against their natural urge. So the thing about our main character and her brother, when they came to be, they didn't know their secret. They don't know. They can't remember what it is. We don't know, they don't know, and that's a huge part of the story, is figuring out why they don't remember their secret or who they're supposed to tell it to. There are so many elements to this story, and listen, I am somebody that the entire time I'm reading a story with a mystery in it, I'm looking for clues. And 9 times out of 10, I'm calling exactly what's gonna happen. You do not want to watch a scary movie with me because the entire time I'm telling you what's gonna happen at the end. So the entire time I'm reading this book, I'm like, oh, it's this. Oh, it's this. That's easy. I was wrong on almost everything. There are so many twists and turns to this story. You think you know what's going on and you have no clue. There was a part at the end of the book, I was sitting in my bed. I almost fell off my bed backwards because I did not see this twist coming. And I love stuff like that. I love stuff that trips me up, that fools me. Because when I can call something from the very beginning, that's boring. And this was not the case with this story. There are so many different characters in this book. There's different kinds of hushed. There's human. There's so much social commentary of how the humans treat the hushed, who have basically been integrated into their communities. There is romance and I love it so much, but it is definitely plot first, romance second, which is my preferred type of book. Also found out that the author is a writer for Marvel. This is not an ad. This is not a sponsored post. Nobody asked me to make a TikTok. I was just so excited about it, which I have not felt for a very long time. And I really wanted to tell those of you that are looking for a new story. This book just came out. I was so excited that I was able to get my hands on it. And I'm telling you, it is so freaking good. I'm gonna tag the author in the caption so you can go check her out. But this was so great. This was such a nice little escape for my brain. Oh my God, I just remembered something else. Okay, so my favorite audiobook narrator, her name is Elizabeth Evans. She narrated one of my favorite series. She narrates this on Audible. So if you are more of an audiobook type of person, let me tell you, Elizabeth Evans will not lead you astray. So if this sounds like something you would want to read, please go read it and then tell me all of your thoughts because I just want to talk about it with everybody that I know.